Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Nolan with Black Diamond Services. I'm out at a job here in Tracy, California, doing some Berber carpet cleaning. As you can see, we got some spots to deal with today, and this one actually had a lot of surface debris, just random stuff, even some loose nails and some sewing needles as well. So I vacuumed it first, picked those up, of course, and now the next step is to pre-treat it. But I wanted to show you something. Even though with this Berber carpet, there isn't very much room for things to go anywhere besides sit on the surface, because it's not your typical carpet that you see in most. But this is what I pulled out of this carpet. You can see my filter needs to be cleaned just from this one, but look at this, it's full. This is a Shark Professional vacuum. It's actually the taller one, so I have the bigger canister, so I don't have to empty it as often when I'm doing a single home. But man, solid dirt and random debris throughout the whole thing. So this is why it is important that your carpet cleaner vacuums first. This one is obviously drastic and isn't like most homes, but even still, a home that's got a thick nap carpet that hides the dirt pretty well, you don't really know because you can't really see it. It's still very important to pre-vac when having carpet cleaning done. If the business that's near you doesn't offer it and they do a great job, even therefore, I would still suggest vacuuming first before they come if they don't offer it as part of their service, just because they're pre-treating over dirt. And if you get all the dry debris out first, I guarantee the carpet's going to come out not only cleaner but easier, because now they're not fighting against as much and not having to get your carpet as wet too. Because they're not trying to scrub stuff out that they just basically wet down. So I just wanted to show you this, what all can be stuck in the carpet, where this one was all surface, and you can easily tell where everything was. But you can see if the miscellaneous stains, they're actually, some of them are pet urine. There was a cat in here, and these are old now, but from what the homeowner told me, the person that used to live in here, that there was a cat box in one of the corners, and I guess the cat decided to get the carpet hit a few times, and these darker spots is basically mainly that dirt just got attracted to the moisture that's in the carpet. So now I'm going to be pre-treating it with enzymes and a pre-treatment that has hydrogen peroxide and some other stuff in it to help break down the urine crystals. That way I can effectively rinse it out. So I'm going to let it dwell and sit for 20 to 30 minutes on the entire carpet, come through mechanical agitation, and then rinse it all out with an acidic rinse. If you haven't seen other videos before, other videos of mine before, urine does crystallize to an alkaline salt, so when it dries, so when you rinse it, you want to use an acidic rinse to help bring that carpet's pH down as close to 7 as you can, to help neutralize the urine as you go throughout it in an extraction process. So that's what I will be doing today, and then I will be doing a little other spot treating, because this very dark one right here is probably more likely a drink spill or grease of some sort that got tracked in. It's more of these lighter brown spots that are the cat ones that I've found under the black light to show as such. So I will be going over this here soon, and if this turns out really well, I'll probably do a post walkthrough, and if I can, I will try and edit the two videos together so you guys can see the end result, and maybe even some action during the cleaning too. If that works out, you'll see that towards the end. If not, I will do my best to share some photos on our Facebook page. If you want to watch our Facebook page, We always update with photos of jobs there. Black Diamond Services 209. After you get on Facebook, that will bring that up. Or on Instagram, we post them on there as well at Black Diamond Services. You can find us on that as well. If you've watched this far, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. If you enjoy this information and you want to see more videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe. That way you can stay up to date with everything that we're doing and see more content from us. We try and update at least once a week, if not more, depending on our workload and how busy we are. We try and stay proactive on YouTube, so that way you guys have something to enjoy if you like seeing these places get cleaned up as much as we do. That's why we like to share these videos, because it is satisfying to see carpet cleaning. Who would have thought, right? But here we are, out here getting ready to start this job. Going back from the start, just pre-vac, now pre-treat, mechanical agitation, rinse it out, and then that's all they opted to. We're not doing a carpet protector today for this one. They're not going to be keeping the carpet for that long, so at that point I always tell people, if you don't plan on keeping it for at least a year, if not more, then it's usually not worth investing in carpet protector unless you absolutely would like to have it just to maintain it while you're in the home. That's just my personal opinion, and I feel like that's a good business model to have, so you're not overselling somebody on something. Not everybody's going to agree with that, but personally I think that's best. You know, there's no reason to invest in you know, the carpet if you don't plan on keeping it for very long. But I am always happy to apply it when requested, so that way we can help make things clean up easier, because that's the point of Scotchgard or carpet protector, whichever one is being used, depending on the business you are working with. They all use a protector in most cases, and they all do really well. It just basically is buying you time to get stains out before they soak into carpets. That's the point of it. Didn't really need to get into that too much on this video, but it doesn't hurt to shoot out that information. Scotchgard is meant to protect your carpet, prolong the life of it, and also make future cleanings easier, because once you get the dirt out of the pores of the carpet fibers, you are topically coating the carpet with it, and then in most cases, unless it's a Berber like this, where you don't really have to rake the carpet, that's what you would do after it to help set it into other loose pile carpets, and then set blowers to dry it out effectively, and then you're good to go. So there's options of how to protect your assets and make future cleans easier, make your carpet last longer. Ask your local carpet cleaner for their professional opinion based on your needs, and go from there. But that's how we do it. We want to make sure we figure out what your cleaning needs are and make suggestions from there, find out what is best suited for your situation, and then start the job and get your carpets all nice and clean. Again, thank you so much for watching. Ended up going on a tangent there a little bit. Sorry about that, but hopefully that was good information for everybody to hear. Again, my name is Nolan, and this is Black Diamond Services. Have a fantastic day. Bye.